Welcome back to CHOWTIME Pods. Your host, Rhett. I got a video today from the Financial Coffee Channel.
I graduated from NYU with a degree in math and computer science, and I cannot find a job.
Hey, math and computer science, that's actually a pretty good degree.
Please tell me I'm not the only new grad nurse that graduated last summer and still haven't found a job. Anyways, I just wanted to come here because I'm frustrated.
It honestly feels like if you get a job now, it's like you've hit the lottery. Something is broken in corporate America, and it absolutely has to change. I've heard it all.
I can somewhat agree about the corporate America thing.
I have a degree, I have experience, and I can't find a job.
I just had the horrible realization that it's been almost 2 years since I graduated and I still don't have a job. And I'm just like in this...
After 2 years, are you really looking for a job? Are you?
Paralyzing state where I'm like I don't know what to do with my life.
Sometimes I get embarrassed that it's been almost a year after I graduated and I can't find a marketing job, and I'm
How are you guys able to survive? How?
still working retail. But then I do my hair and I make up every day, getting to work with the goal to be the next Alex from Target. Look at my cute hair that I did today and compliment me. Thank you.
I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And here I am, just jobless, applying to so many jobs. No one wants to hire me. And it's hard because some people I know are in medical school. They're getting their masters. They're getting their starting their PhD programs. They're out here working. They're corporate girlies. I'm literally jobless. I am jobless as the day I was born. I don't know where I'm gonna be. And it's just really frustrating because I'm like, I could have just planned just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. So to all the procrastinators out there, if you're starting senior year, do not be like me, please. This is a cautionary tale. Start looking for jobs. Start looking for master's programs. Start looking for PhDs because
100%. Right. Before you graduate, you should already be starting to look for jobs and starting to look for careers, not after you gotten your degree.
You don't want to be here, start of a school year, people are going to start things, and you have nothing to go to. You're just jobless. You're just floating around. It sucks, and I don't want this for you.
I graduated from NYU with a degree in math and computer science, and I cannot find a job. What?
This part, I'm thinking maybe because they don't want to hire women, I guess.
If you do have a degree in math or computer science or both, like myself,
those are solid degrees.
What are you doing now? And how did you get into it? So I don't know. I've tried networking with people. I've tried networking with my friends. My friends are very snake-like. They don't want to give me a referral. They don't want
Are your friends women?
to help me out in any way, shape, or form. But I feel like it's just so difficult to get a job. I do leak code.
I do admit, even in business and careers, most people don't want to share you the secret of how they became successful or how they got their careers, how they got where they are, because they don't want you to be able to do what they did, right? It's a little bit of gatekeeping that a lot of people do. Even in YouTube, I probably wouldn't tell you everything that I did in YouTube to get here because there's a little bit of gatekeeping because people have to learn some of these things on their own. If someone just gave it to them, it's just not as effective.
Every single day, I apply to 50 jobs a week. I have a tracker, and I've been trying my very, very bestest. And I'm applying to master's
Very, very bestest.
school right now, but I just feel I don't know if a master's is even worth it. If I'll be honest, I've tried to apply to jobs with pretending I have a master's, pretending I have all these certifications, and even then, I don't get any interviews.
Well, yeah. Because you pretended.
Because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm trying my bestest. I'm studying so hard. I retained all the information I did in school. I have projects. I did briefly drop out of school. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Something is broken in corporate America, and it absolutely has to change. I have worked in the corporate world now for years, with Fortune 500 and Global 1000 companies alike, and I've heard it all. I have a degree, I have experience, and I can't find a job. I even have a network. People love to tell me, just tailor your resume, reach out to your connections.
I do admit, like this resume game, LinkedIn slash getting a career thing, it is a true game in its own. Like you need to kind of know what you're doing because my good friend from Google, he kind of specializes in this. He helps people like with their LinkedIn and all this stuff to get better jobs. It works, but you kind of have to like be a certain way, do certain things, look a certain way to a lot of these companies.
I've done all of that. And if I can't find anything, I feel bad for these kids who are going to college and getting generalized degrees.
That's why I tell you, men, everybody in the manosphere tells men, if you're going to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer, go to college. But if you don't know what you're doing, go to a trade school, go to an electrician, become a plumber, become one of the big trades out there that is going to be necessary for a long time. You'll make a nice six-figure income within a few years. And then after 5, maybe 10 years, you can start your own little business.
As someone who went to college and double majored, I really feel like what is the point in going to school and trying to better yourself if people who have real world experience can't find employment? My whole LinkedIn feed is full of nothing but news of mass layoffs and companies using AI to replace the roles that they used to hire entry-level positions for.
This is why I like my finance company and office. At least I own my own business. I don't have to get laid off or anything like that. But it is a harder thing to do because it's your own business.
I am so thankful that the connections I do have are able to get me some contract work in the interim. I don't know what these young kids are going to do that graduate from college and try to enter the workforce.
Oh, they're screwed.
I completely get why Gen Z and all of these young kids don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it myself. I'm burnt and I am exhausted and I have put in the time. And
it's like she says this, but I don't think you have, because the older generation probably put in more time and effort and they're still probably not anywhere close to where you are too. So everybody has to put in their dues in life. I'm not saying like the corporate world or anything, just in life.
That's why I climbed back down the corporate ladder myself. It's such a discouraging place to be. And I feel so thankful and so blessed that I have a husband who is able to hold down the fort while I figure it out. And not everybody is in that same position that I am. But
she's a smart one. Got college educated, found a husband, did her thing, trying to do her thing, but she has a husband to support her. I can see why she's able to not have a job.
But something has to change. At some point, I think, are we going to implement a law that there is a human's right to work? There should be. My father is an attorney, and he has been for over 30 years. And for the first time, he went to court, and instead of there being a court reporter there, he just got an AI transcript of how the entire process went. At the end, everything is being replaced. Literally everything. It honestly feels like if you get a job now, it's like you've hit the lottery.
Again, because a lot of these women don't do construction. They're not going to do plumbing. They're not going to do any of that trade, hard manual labor type stuff. That's the advantage that us men have, guys. Take advantage of it. Go to trade school. Become apprentices for electricians and plumbers and, carpenters and everything, because those are sorely needed. They're not going to get replaced anytime soon, at least the next 30 plus years or so. Maybe, I don't know, technology progresses so damn fast.
I'm currently applying for jobs. I graduate with a degree similar to a master's in public health, but
useless.
I can't find any job, it feels like, that wants to pay me enough to live in something that's very minimal. All of these employers are literally paying like $19 an hour. Really, how is anyone supposed to live in this economy when employers want 1 to 2 years of experience and they're not even willing to pay $20 an hour? Make it make sense.
If you're someone who is 22 or 23 and you don't have a job yet and
Like, imagine going to college, getting degrees, and then getting paid less than McDonald's workers. That sucks.
you graduated from college in May, here are just a few reminders that I wish someone would have told me when I was in that stage of life. Number one, everyone's lying to you, okay? No one's having the time of their life. Everyone who's moved to their new city, everyone who's like started their new job right after college, like they're still adjusting. I'm not saying they're not having a good time. I'm not saying that their life sucks. I'm just saying that they're feeling the same things as you. They're still adjusting. They're still figuring it out. They probably feel like they're failing too. So don't compare yourself to all these people you feel like you're behind in the game of life because they have a job and you don't. Also, you can work your ass off. You can have every single opportunity in the book on your resume. You can do everything you were supposed to do in college. You could be straight A's and still not get a job until August, September, November, whatever, because you didn't have that one thing that whatever you applied to was looking for.
I am seeing too many videos of graduates, literal graduates from college, whether
Like I said, like, as like men say in this space, in the manosphere and red pill, college is a huge scam for like 80% of people, right? Most people don't need to go to college. We just saturated people with college educations and diplomas for nothing. Now, even the basics of bare minimum stuff requires a college education when it really doesn't.
they have a bachelor's or master's, saying how they have literally applied for their 100th job, entry-level job, and not getting hired. And it's so discouraging because it's like, for people who even considered going to college, getting their degree, they're probably looking at it now as like, okay, well, what's the point? Because people who have gone to college finished can't even get a job. And it's so crazy because the next generation will try to say that we're lazy. No, your generation isn't hiring. Y'all don't want to hire us. So, and it's like,
It's a bit of both. I see the next generation. You guys are much lazier than the previous generations because you guys are a little bit more entitled. You guys think that you shouldn't have to work or work these hard or do these things. Like, but a lot of other generations struggled too. Maybe it was a little bit easier for them to get some jobs, but they all struggled too.
like, you know, I feel like at this point it's like more so they want work experience. How are we going to get the work experience while we're in college? Unless you do an intern. But they're asking for like 5+ years, 10+ years of experience.
I just have
Because you guys are going for careers that are paying top dollar. This is why they're requiring so much experience, right? If they're going to pay you 100 to 120 grand, 150 grand, they're not going to pay you off the bat right when you get out of college. That doesn't make sense to them.
the horrible realization that it's been almost 2 years since I graduated and I still don't have a job. And I'm just like in this paralyzing state where I'm like I don't know what the to do with my life. And I don't want to take any risks to do anything, so then I end up doing nothing. But then it's like f***ing me over because I'm about to turn 24 and I still don't have a job. And then thinking about that, like, it puts me in a state of panic, and I'm like, holy shit, like, I'm old as and I don't have a job yet. Like, I'm never gonna have a career, never gonna have a job at this point. Like, so I don't know what the to do.
You would think a lot of these women are in this boat, 24 or so, then maybe try to think about getting a husband. Think about finding a mate so you may not have to work as hard. It's just a thought process. I'm not trying to tell these women to go use men for money or something, but at this point in life, you're still in your somewhat prime. Maybe use your looks or whatever it is, take out the nose ring, and try to find a good mate to help you with your life.
It's so
But they don't ever think about it.
like, the problem is I don't have
At least it hasn't
experience,
came up.
so I just need to get any job at this point. But like, I don't want to, so that's what's making it hard because I don't know.
I'm a lazy, but I feel bad because I'm a lazy and I can't get a job. But I can't get a job because I don't want it to work.
Like, I think I just need to get a retail job or something, but I don't want to do that at all. Like,
Again, because it's entitlement. They think they're better than retail. They think they're better than $19 an hour job. Guys, when I started working at 18 at a warehouse just to, work, I think I was getting paid like $7 an hour, $7.50 an hour or something like that. That's about right.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like, it's just a lot of work. Like, it's hard work. You're gonna be on your feet all day, and like right now, I just lay down all day hanging with dogs, because I dog sit. So instead, I'm doing nothing with my life. Just taking things day by day, I guess.
Broke, dusty, musty, crusties.
But I don't know.
Please tell me I'm not the only new grad nurse that graduated last summer and still haven't found a job. Anyways, I just wanted to come here because I'm frustrated. I graduated in May of last year, took my NCLEX in July of last year, and didn't start looking for a job like a lot of my classmates after I passed NCLEX because I was not emotionally ready.
Shut the fuck up with this not emotionally ready or whatever. It's life. You have to do what the hell you have to do to make it in life. Nobody cares about your fifis and your emotions.
It's very discouraging for me. I don't want to just take a job where I don't feel safe at. I thought the interview went really well, but I guess it didn't because I didn't get the job. Anyway, so that left me very discouraged. I applied for a lot in the last couple of months, and yeah, it's a lot of crickets in my emails. Yeah, so fingers crossed. But other than that, it's so difficult as a new grad nurse. I'm not trying to discourage anyone to be a nurse, but there's a lot of things that I would do differently.
I don't know what's wrong with her. I think new grad nurses, most places are hiring S-loads of nurses. They need a lot of nurses right now. Home health people need nurses. Everywhere needs nurses. Nurses are really sought after right now. How are you not able to get a job, lady?
There is a Berkeley professor who says that best CS grads with 4.0 GPAs coming out of Berkeley still cannot get jobs in tech. The tech job market has...
Computer science. That's why I said lawyer, engineer, or doctor. Those are pretty much the only thing you need degrees for. Everything else, probably go for trade.
Dried up. You have outspoken CEOs like the one from Klarna who says that AI can do all the jobs. Reporting goes further. It says that this is an irreversible trend and that graduates are facing a money pinch over the next 4 years because they cannot find an opportunity. Tech companies laid off over 37,000 people since January. As a founder, I get to see in a lot of different companies, and unfortunately, I've seen staff from some of our clients be laid off and they're not hiring them back. What they're doing is actually going into their salaries and using that money, hire an AI implementation partner who can do that job for them.
About how I graduated law school without a job.
Again, women's jobs are probably going to be the place, the quickest and easiest, right? Because they're the easier jobs. They're the more, sit at the desk jobs, more data entry type jobs, and all these other things. Women are going to feel the squeeze more on AI than men are. I mean, men are feeling it too. I'm not saying we aren't.
Graduating law school without a job was probably one of the most isolating feelings I ever met. Not only because everyone around me had jobs, but because, I don't know if this is true at every school, but at my school you had to do an exit interview where you explained where you were going to work, and you could not graduate without doing this exit interview. I remember calling in for my exit interview, and they were asking me, where are you going to work? I said, I don't have a job. What's your specialty going to be? I don't know. I was young. It was like a really hard thing to experience at like such a young age. Anyways, bar prep starts. I'm unemployed.
See, people go into college and not thinking about their future or careers, and then they just go into college to go through the motions. Most people that go into college that want to be lawyers, they already have like an idea of what kind of law firm they want to work for. They already have an idea where that law firm is. They want to work in New York, they want to work in California, they want to work in whatever, Massachusetts or whatever. They have these things kind of in mind. But most women that are in college now have no clue. They're just literally going through the motions. And as soon as they get their degree, they're like, what do I do now?
And I tell my CSO at school, I'm like, I can't keep doing interviews. It's just so stressful with all like
I had interview prep, and I would work myself up before the interviews, and I couldn't study for like 2 hours before because I'd be so worked up, and then you have to do your makeup. Like it was really depressing, really, really disappointing.
It's depressing, disappointing, can't get a job, but it's more important to be able to put crap on your face to look better so you can feel better, right?
It felt like I wasted like 3 years of my life, like, to be honest. Summer goes on and bar club goes on and so on and so forth. Obviously, I need money, so I am teaching swim lessons. But also, at this point, I had been rejected like probably like 100 times, so wasn't getting my hopes up too much because I just needed to like be chill. I need to chill out.
It's funny that these women and people make these videos talking about how hard it is or whatever it is. Do you not think your future employer might not go through your TikToks and see all this and see how much you're complaining about not getting a job and all these things? Who wants to deal with someone that is so miserable that always constantly complains on TikTok, especially a company? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.